what are some of the things that can enhance or increase the level of testosterone, or you might call testosterone boosters? And by and large, all these products are generally available over the counter, do not require prescriptions. For example, there is a hormone called DHEA available over the counter, which you could call a testosterone booster. Actually, it's an intermediate sex hormone product that is produced, again, from cholesterol, as all the sex hormones come from. And along the way, a couple of steps before testosterone is made, that's a substance that's made, which is called dehydroepiandrosterone, or for short, DHEA. Some people feel that when they take such a product, of course it's in the form of a pill, and generally what's recommended, the dose for women is 25 to 50 milligram pill, for men 50 to 100. Generally you start with a small dose, and if you're not feeling much of an effect, then you can just gradually raise it until you get to the upper end. So some people feel when they take this product that it makes them have enhancement of the testosterone functions, such as, for example, increasing libido, some positive brain effects. However, the percentage of people that give a positive report for using it, at least in my experience, is not probably higher than, say, 40%. So it's not a very predictable thing in most people by any stretch of the imagination. I personally feel you need to look for the most important deficiency, and if it's testosterone, then give that person testosterone, rather than maybe something that might help enhance testosterone. Although, and by the way, DHEA, you can test for it. There is a blood test just like for testosterone. So if you get that as part of the initial evaluation, and let's say this man's DHEA is low, just like testosterone is low, my inclination is to first only give him testosterone and focus on reversing all his testosterone-related symptoms. But after all of that is done, the person happens to be curious as far as what if he takes DHEA on top of testosterone for additional benefit. Providing his follow-up lab shows that DHEA is still low, and this is how he feels, then I say, fine, get some DHEA. You don't need it. I don't have to give you a prescription. It's over the counter. But here again, in my own practice, and I see thousands of people, it's not clear to me that it's really adding all that much, taking DHEA on top of testosterone. Now, if you say, well, what if I just try DHEA and try to not take testosterone? Well, then I can tell you categorically, it would be very hard to reverse hypogonadism symptoms, which means low testosterone symptoms, if you do it that way. However, there is another hormone which has become famous now because many people are using it as part of a weight reduction diet, called HCG, which stands for human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG for short. Growth hormone is HGH, human growth hormone. This other hormone is HCG. And HCG by nature actually is a woman's hormone, and anything chorionic pertains to the placenta. In other words, once you get a pregnancy started, there is a placenta. And anything the placenta produces is chorionic. So when you say human chorionic gonadotropin, that means it's a hormone coming from the placenta. Well, it happens to be mainly a woman's hormone, and especially in pregnancy, and the woman has to make a lot of it through the placenta, which is very critical for maintaining the pregnancy. Of course, the HCG we use in men is not coming from somebody's placenta. It's because here again, once you know the formula, you can produce it in the lab.